Are you tired of giving and giving, only to be taken for granted? Are you done being an afterthought in the lives of people who treat your presence like an option? Today, you're going to learn the ultimate power move, silence. Because when you stop chasing, stop explaining, and start valuing yourself, everything changes. Welcome back to the Stoic Journey, your source for powerful Stoic motivation. Today's episode isn't just about words, it's about transformation. You'll discover how silence can be your greatest ally in rediscovering your worth, commanding respect, and creating a life where you're no longer waiting for others to validate you. The power of absence, why scarcity makes you irresistible. Here's a secret no one tells you. People don't value what's easy to get. It's the rare, the exclusive, the unattainable that makes us stop and pay attention. Now imagine applying that same principle to your life. What would change if you became the rare, the exclusive, the person everyone wanted but couldn't easily have? Have you ever felt like you're giving everything to someone, your time, your energy, your availability, only to feel like they barely notice? You show up for them without hesitation, but when the roles are reversed, it's like pulling teeth just to get their attention. It's frustrating, isn't it? You start questioning yourself. Am I not good enough? Am I doing something wrong? But here's the thing, it's not about you. It's about how human nature works. People don't value what they think will always be there. This is where the power of absence comes in. People value scarcity. It's wired into us. Whether it's a luxury watch or an invite-only event, what's hard to access feels more important, more desirable. Now apply that to your relationships. If you're always available, always saying yes, always just there, you become predictable. And predictability breeds complacency. But the moment you step back, the game changes. You're no longer the open book they've read cover to cover. You're the mystery they can't stop thinking about. This isn't about playing games or seeking revenge. It's about recognizing your worth and showing others that your time and energy are precious commodities, not freebies. So how do you harness the power of absence? Here's where it gets practical. 1. Be less available. Stop being the person who says yes to every call, text, or last-minute plan. When someone asks for your time, pause. Consider if it's worth it. Don't always be the first to reply or rearrange your schedule. 2. Create space for mystery. People don't need to know everything about you all the time. Hold back. Instead of sharing every thought or emotion, let them wonder. Let them fill in the blanks. It's in those blanks that intrigue grows. 3. Invest in yourself. Use the time you reclaim for yourself. Take that class, start that project, or just enjoy some quiet solitude. The more you focus on your own growth, the more others will notice and value the person you're becoming. 4. Set boundaries with confidence. The next time someone tries to guilt you into overextending yourself, say this: I'm prioritizing my own peace right now. No need for explanations. Just let your boundaries speak for themselves. Here's what you need to remember. The power of absence isn't about playing hard to get. It's about knowing your own worth. When you stop being constantly available, you create space for people to choose to value you. You're not just a convenience. You're not someone who can be taken for granted. You're rare. You're valuable. And when you live like that, the right people will show up, and they'll treasure the time and energy you choose to share. So ask yourself, are you ready to step back and let your absence speak volumes? If so, drop this mantra in the comments. My time is precious. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more life-changing insights. Remember, silence and scarcity aren't weaknesses, they're your greatest strengths. Silence as a power move, the ultimate strategy for respect and control. Have you ever wondered why the strongest people in the room often say the least? It's because silence isn't just the absence of words, it's a strategy. A power move that can shift the entire dynamic of a conversation, a relationship, or even your life. Today, I'll show you how to use silence to command respect without saying a single word. Let me guess, you've been in this situation. Someone says something hurtful, ignores your effort, or takes you for granted. And you feel that burning urge to explain yourself, defend your actions, or even over-apologize just to smooth things over. But here's what happens next. The more you try to explain, the less they seem to care. The more you react, the more they pull away. Sound familiar? It's frustrating, right? That's because you're playing right into their hands. What if instead of reacting, you did something radical? What if you said nothing? This is the power of silence. Silence isn't weakness, it's strength. It's like a well-played move in a game of chess, deliberate, controlled, and impossible to ignore. When you stop explaining, stop reacting, and stop justifying, you change the game. Suddenly, your silence becomes their obsession. They replay your last words, overthink your calm demeanor, and wonder, what's going on? What did they mean? You're not playing hard to get. You're showing them that you're unshakable, confident, and in control. And here's the best part. Silence forces people to confront their own behavior. It creates space for them to reflect on what they've done or failed to do. Now, let's break this down into actionable steps. How can you use silence as your ultimate power move? 1. Pause before reacting. The next time someone provokes you, resist the urge to respond immediately. Take a breath. Silence in the moment creates mystery, and mystery is powerful. 2. Say less, feel more. Not every thought or emotion needs to be shared. Instead of spilling everything you feel, hold back. Let them wonder. When you keep them guessing, you're already ahead. 3. Stop over-explaining. Did someone question your decision? Instead of diving into a long-winded explanation, try this. It's what works best for me. That's it. Simple, clear, and confident. 4. Use silence to create tension. In conversations, a strategic pause can speak louder than words. It shows you're thoughtful, composed, and in control. Let the silence linger. It'll make them lean in. Here's what I want you to take away. Silence isn't about ignoring people or shutting them out. It's about valuing yourself. When you master the art of silence, you reclaim your energy and shift the power dynamic in your favor. The loudest person in the room isn't always the most powerful. Often, it's the quiet one, the one who doesn't need to explain, justify, or react to prove their worth. So the next time someone tests your patience or takes you for granted, remember this: silence speaks volumes, and in your silence, there's strength, mystery, and undeniable respect. Build a fortress. Protect your energy, reclaim your power. What if I told you that the way you protect your energy determines the quality of your life? That the more you guard it, the more valuable you become. It's time to stop being a revolving door and start building an unshakable fortress around your peace, your time, and your self-worth. Let's be real. How many times have you said yes when you wanted to say no? How often do people expect you to drop everything for them, simply because you always have? You feel stretched thin, like you're giving and giving, yet no one seems to notice the toll it's taking. It's like you're an open-door policy for everyone. Friends, family, coworkers. They come and go as they please, and you're left exhausted, wondering, when is it my turn to be valued? But here's the hard truth. If you don't set boundaries, people will treat you however they like. And that's why you need to become a fortress. Think of a fortress. Its walls are thick, its gates guarded. Not everyone gets in, and those who do have earned their place. That's how you need to treat your energy. Because when you're a revolving door, constantly open and accessible, people stop appreciating you. Being a fortress doesn't mean shutting people out. It means being selective. It means deciding who gets access to your time and your energy, because those are your most valuable resources. So how do you start building your fortress? Let's break it down into 4 actionable steps. 1. Set boundaries like a pro. The next time someone oversteps, don't feel the need to justify. A simple, "I'm focusing on myself right now," is enough. You don't owe anyone a detailed explanation for prioritizing your peace. 2. Limit access to your time. Stop saying yes to every plan, every favor, or every demand on your attention. Your time is precious. Treat it like gold, and others will too. 3. Evaluate who gets inside your walls. Ask yourself, does this person add to my life, or do they drain me? If it's the latter, it's time to tighten the gates. You're not obligated to maintain relationships that don't respect your boundaries. 4. Stand firm and unbothered. When someone questions your distance, smile and say, "I'm working on myself." Let them wonder. The less you explain, the more they'll respect your boundaries. Here's the truth. Not everyone deserves a seat at your table. Your energy is sacred, and it's up to you to protect it. When you stop being a revolving door and start building a fortress, something incredible happens. People begin to respect you. So the next time someone asks why you're less available, don't overthink it. just smile and say, I'm focused on myself right now. Stand tall, stand firm, and remember, a fortress doesn't keep people out. It ensures that only the right ones get in. Shifting the power dynamic, how to reclaim your confidence and draw the right people. Here's a simple truth. Relationships are like magnets. The more you chase, the more they pull away. But when you stand firm, hold your ground, and focus on yourself, the dynamic shifts. Suddenly, you become the one they're drawn to. And it all starts with reclaiming your power. Let me ask you this. Have you ever been the one chasing in a relationship? Maybe it's that text you sent hours ago, and now you're refreshing your messages, waiting for a reply that never seems to come. Or maybe you're always the first to reach out, plan the hangouts, or apologize, just to keep the peace. It's exhausting, isn't it? You start feeling like you're the only one trying, like your worth is tied to how much effort you put in. But what if I told you the problem isn't you? It's the dynamic, and today we're flipping it. Here's the secret. When you stop chasing, everything changes. Relationships like magnets are all about energy. When you're in a constant state of pursuit, the other person feels that pull and instinctively moves further away. But the moment you stop, the moment you hold your ground, focus on your growth, and stop reacting to every breadcrumb of attention, they feel the shift. Suddenly, you're no longer the chaser, you're the prize. This isn't manipulation, it's self-respect. It's about showing the world and yourself that you don't need anyone's validation to feel whole. And that confidence, it's magnetic. So how do you shift the power dynamic and reclaim your energy? Here are 4 steps to get started. 1. Pause before you react. The next time you feel the urge to text first, apologize unnecessarily, or over-explain yourself, stop. Take a breath and ask, am I doing this for me or to please them? Acting from a place of confidence, not fear, changes everything. 2. Set clear boundaries. If someone's attention feels inconsistent or they're not reciprocating your energy, take a step back. Let them know, without anger or drama, that you won't settle for less than mutual effort. Focus on your growth. Shift your energy from chasing others to building yourself. Take up that hobby, invest in your career, or just enjoy some solitude. Confidence comes from knowing you're thriving, regardless of who's around. 4. Let them come to you. If they're truly meant to be in your life, they'll notice your change. They'll feel the absence of your chase and naturally gravitate back. If they don't, let them fade away. You've made space for the right people to step in. Here's the truth. You can't control how others treat you, but you can control how you respond. When you stop chasing and start standing firm in your worth, you create a shift that draws the right people towards you. The ones who can't respect your confidence, let them drift. Your energy is too valuable to waste on inconsistency, so the next time you feel the need to overreach, pause. Focus on yourself, and remember, the most magnetic thing you can do is live your life as if you don't need anyone's approval. Because you don't. Time and energy is currency. Stop giving away your gold. Here's a question for you. If your time and energy were gold, would you still hand them out so freely? Or would you guard them like the precious resources they are? Because here's the truth. Every moment you spend on someone who doesn't value you is a moment you can't get back. And it's time to start protecting what's yours. Let me guess, you're the go-to person for everyone. The one who always says yes. The one who picks up the slack, adjusts their plans, and overextends just to make others happy. And what do you get in return? A thanks at best, and at worst, nothing. Meanwhile, you're left drained, physically, mentally, emotionally. You feel like you're running on empty, and the people around you don't even notice. Sound familiar? That's because you're giving away your most valuable resources, your time and energy, to people who haven't earned it. But today, we're changing that. Here's the truth. Your time and energy are like gold, limited, valuable, and irreplaceable. And just like gold, they lose value when given away carelessly. Every time you invest in people who don't value you, you're depleting your reserves. You're spending your energy on situations and relationships that don't give anything back. But when you treat your time like a bank account, everything changes. Instead of handing out your attention to everyone, you start asking, is this worth it? And trust me, when you make people earn your time, they'll start to value it like never before. So how do you start treating your time and energy like the gold they are? Let's break it down into 4 simple steps. 1. Set your priorities. Think of your energy like a budget. What are the non-negotiables in your life, your goals, passions, or self-care? Protect those first. 2. Start saying no. Every time you say yes to something that drains you, you're saying no to something that fuels you. Practice saying no with confidence. No excuses, no guilt, just no, I can't commit to that. 3. Create a time audit. For 1 week, track where your time goes. You'll quickly see which activities and people are worth your energy and which aren't. Adjust accordingly. 4. Make people earn your attention. Stop being available to everyone 24/7. If someone doesn't reciprocate the effort you give, pull back. Your time isn't free, it's a privilege, and not everyone deserves unlimited access. Here's what you need to remember. Your time and energy are your most valuable currencies. Guard them fiercely. Stop giving away your gold to people who don't appreciate it, and start investing in what truly matters. Your growth, your peace, and the relationships that uplift you. Because when you value your time, others will too. And the best part? The space you create by saying no to what drains you will be filled with opportunities, people, and experiences that genuinely enrich your life. The power of saying no. Prioritize your peace and reclaim your life. Here's a hard truth. Every time you say yes to something that drains you, you're saying no to yourself. And if you keep doing it, you'll look back one day and wonder why your own needs were always at the bottom of the list. So let me ask you, when was the last time you said no and didn't feel guilty about it? Does this sound familiar? You're the person who always says yes, the friend who never turns down a favor, the coworker who takes on extra tasks because no one else will. At first, it feels good, like you're helping, like you're being dependable, but slowly, it starts to weigh on you. You realize you're constantly rearranging your schedule, sacrificing your own goals, and stretching yourself thin. And the worst part? No one seems to notice. You're left drained while everyone else carries on like nothing happened. If this sounds like you, then this message is for you. Saying no isn't selfish, it's self-respect. It's recognizing that your time, energy, and mental health are finite resources, not bottomless pits. Every time you say yes to something that drains you, you're essentially saying no to yourself, to your peace, your priorities, and your well-being. And here's the truth. When you respect your boundaries, others have no choice but to follow suit. Now, how do you actually start saying no without guilt? Let's break it down. 1. Reframe how you see no. Saying no isn't rejection, it's redirection. You're redirecting your energy toward what matters most to you. When you think of it this way, it becomes easier to protect your time. 2. Practice saying it firmly but kindly. A simple, I can't commit to that right now, but thank you for understanding, is enough. No long explanations, no apologies. 3. Check in with yourself before saying yes. Before agreeing to anything, pause and ask yourself, does this align with my priorities? Do I have the energy for this? If the answer is no, respect that. 4. Accept that not everyone will like it. Some people might push back. They're used to the old version of you who said yes to everything. That's okay. The right people will respect your boundaries, and the wrong ones, let them go. Here's the bottom line. You can't pour from an empty cup. If you keep saying yes to everyone else, you'll have nothing left for yourself. Saying no isn't about shutting people out. It's about letting the right things in. The more you prioritize your peace, the more you'll attract people and opportunities that align with your values. So the next time someone asks for more than you can give, take a breath, and remember, no isn't a bad word. It's the most powerful form of self-respect you have. Emotional independence. Reclaim your peace and become unstoppable. What if I told you that your greatest power isn't in what you say or do, but in how you don't react? Imagine being so calm, so collected, that nothing and no one can control your emotions. Sounds powerful, right? Let me show you how to make it your reality. We've all been there. Someone says something rude, ignores your effort, or does something that feels like a personal attack. And just like that, your peace is gone. You react in the moment. Anger, frustration, maybe even a long text explaining yourself. But what happens next? You feel drained. And they've won. They've pulled you into their chaos while your emotions spiral out of control. Why does it feel like some people have this invisible remote control for your mood? And more importantly, how do you take it back? Here's the truth. Emotional independence is your greatest power. It's the ability to stay calm no matter what's happening around you. When you stop reacting to provocations, something incredible happens. Those who once controlled your emotions realize they've lost their grip. Your peace becomes your power. And when you protect that peace fiercely, you become untouchable. The more you practice this, the more people notice, and trust me, it drives them crazy when they can't rattle you. 1. Pause before you react. The next time someone provokes you, don't respond right away. Take a breath, count to 10, and ask yourself, is this worth my energy? Most of the time, it isn't. 2. Detach from external validation. Stop relying on others to determine your mood or your self-worth. Instead of asking, why don't they appreciate me? Ask, do I appreciate myself? 3. Master the art of letting go. Not every comment, action, or situation needs your attention. Let go of the need to prove a point, and you'll realize how much lighter your life feels. 4. Focus on what you can control. You can't control what others do or say, but you can control how you respond. Redirect your energy to things that bring you joy, growth, and peace. Here's what I want you to remember. Emotional independence isn't about ignoring people or being unfeeling. It's about choosing peace over chaos. When you stop reacting, you take back the power others once had over you. You become the calm in the storm, the steady hand in a world full of noise. And that kind of strength, it's unstoppable. So the next time someone tries to test your patience, take a deep breath and remember, your peace is your power. Protect it fiercely. Section 8. Be the prize. Stop chasing. Start attracting. When you focus on yourself, your goals, and your growth, something remarkable happens. You become the prize. Confidence is magnetic. Self-respect is irresistible. Let them feel your absence. Let them wonder. And as they scramble to figure out what's changed, you'll already be miles ahead, living a life that doesn't revolve around their approval. It's time to reclaim your power. Protect your time, set your boundaries, and let your silence speak louder than any words. If this message resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe to Daily Therapy. Drop a comment below with your mantra. I am my own prize, I move in silence, or my time belongs to me. Remember, this journey isn't about revenge or validation, it's about you. Because the best glow-up is one where you thrive, not to prove them wrong, but to prove to yourself that you were always enough. See you next time, and keep shining.